What's good, people? Welcome back to the video. Today I've got another album for you guys. We've got Kodak Black's new album that just dropped today, Bill Israel. Not a clue what that title is about. Someone let me know in the comments below. Complete surprise, this, to be honest with you. A mate of mine dropped me a message this morning just saying this had dropped. I'm pretty sure I thought he was in prison. Don't know whether this was recorded beforehand. Not a clue. Again, any more context, let me know. Haven't really sat down and listened to any Kodak in a minute, to be honest. I was a big fan probably 3 years ago, I want to say, something like that. I haven't really listened to too much, but I always appreciated him. I always thought he was a dope artist, and I really enjoyed his sound and just what he brought to the table. So this is a good surprise, man. We got a few features on here. We got Gucci, we've got Lil Yachty as well, Tory Lanez. So it's going to be interesting, man. 11 tracks, not particularly long. Hopefully it's just going to be a short and sweet one, to be honest with you. But I'm looking forward to this, man. Before we jump into it, guys, if you are new around here, please drop a sub. We're on the road to 3K. We're trying to hit that as soon as possible. Follow me to the Instagram description below, and of course drop a like and a comment on the video as well. I really appreciate it. But without further ado, just jump straight into this, man. Track 1, Remember the Times, from Kodak Black's Bill Israel. Again, give me some context on that title, but let's jump straight into it, man.
But ain't nobody did how I'm doing it, and after me,
crazy
ain't
to hear
nobody
his
gonna
voice.
do it like me. I'm only happy when I'm thugging. Remember how I felt when E got shot? I was round with the heat round time. Remember how I felt when E got shot? I was round with the heat round time. Remember first time when we got tried? Ever since then, ain't seen them guys. Remember how we felt when Mishko died? We couldn't pick no sides. Yeah, I was in the cell when X had died. Sent me to jail, you know I won't ride. Never gonna care, I'm never gonna cry. Sent me to hell, I got baptized there. Run around with that fire. They don't even know how I'm feeling inside. I can't even hide, I'm criminalized.
Okay, so far, crazy, man, crazy. Really mad to hear his voice, to be honest with you. I'm enjoying this track. Straight away, it's very personal. I like this bag. I do enjoy this bag from Kodak. He can bring out some really hype tracks, but this is smooth, man. Really smooth. Just, it feels very personal. He's obviously mentioning, I remember when a lot of people died. About the only one I knew was X. I presume he's talking about XXXTentacion. If he's not, then I don't know who he's talking about, unfortunately. But yeah, it's just feeling very personal. He was in prison when these people were passing away, people that were close to him. Yeah, man, I presume it's going to be quite a bit of discussion about the struggles of what he's going through and constantly being in and out of prison. Yeah, I'm still confused as to how this came out and what the whole rollout was with this, considering he's still incarcerated. So I'm not sure, but I'm enjoying this so far, man. It's a nice little vibe. He's sounding great. Let's keep going.
Say I'm flow cause I've been around the braille. They know we get live, my cousin got raw right, but
love the beat. It's simple, but it goes hard, man.
How do I see him in front of my people now? I've been living this life. Remember how we felt when Mishko died? We couldn't pick no sides. Remember the way I felt inside. I was in that cell and Boo had died. Remember how I felt when E got shot? I was round with the heat round time. Remember too. Y'all remember how I felt when E got shot? I was round with the heat round time.
Okay, introduction. Remember the Times. Good track, man. Good track. Definitely a decent introduction. I like the whole concept of it. It's Remember the Times. He's basically reminiscing when he was able to see his friends, and he speaks about how, you know, when people got shot, when people died. He's just reminiscing about previous times when shit wasn't so tough. Also mentioning when he was in prison, when certain people passed away as well. Just a personal track, man. I'm quite glad to see the sort of Kodak's on this vibe, but overall, really enjoyed that, man. Instrumental was hard as well. Production was great. Relatively simple, like I mentioned, but just rode over it really well. Just really matched up with the overall meaning of the track, so I fuck with that, man. Okay, track 2, I Want to Live. Let's jump straight into it.
I want the Rolls Royce truck, I'm in a Mustang. Already show my ass, now I let my nuts hang. I want a whip, I want a crib, I want
okay.
Money, man.
Bag switches up straight away. Beats are crazy, man. It's like quite uplifting. It's so like different contrast from the last track. Hey. Hey, bro. I love that. It's simple, it's just a little breakdown and the beat comes back. Okay, that was track 2, I Want to Live. I enjoyed that, man. Just a nice little vibe. Again, completely different to the first track, you know. It's just, I want to live. Just he wants to live his best life, man. He wants all the shit he mentioned. He's obviously not getting it right now because he's in prison, so I don't know whether that's relevant or anything, but overall, just a fun track. Again, he snapped on that though, bro. Beat was crazy. I love that little breakdown. It's great to hear some Kodak, bro. It's absolutely great to hear some Kodak. Right, track 3, Enny Meeny Moe. Great title. Let's jump straight into it.
I drank out the bottle.
This is the
Used to 2 cups, then I roll up, bust a blunt, I stuff them both. I don't do cup, I'm a man, no double cup no more. Plus my
his voice, bro, when he's in this bag, his cadence is just like slurring his words slightly, but it fucking slaps, man.
Either Porsche, either or, money piling off the floor.
Just sounds like relaxed, bro. Like he's chilling.
Right now, just click a bride and I'll be yours. I swear you could open up a business, mine and yours. I swear you could start yourself a business, finding yours. I mean, this big old Cuban ain't no part and make it off the chain with it.
I know there's not a word he's saying, but it just sounds mad.
I'm a sniper, biker, Papa Willie, giggity, jiggers, got me jigging.
Okay, that was track 3, Enny Meeny Moe. That was cool, man. That was cool. Like I said, he was in that sort of that weird state where you can't really understand what he's saying. He's slightly slurring his words, but it somehow seems to work. I just feel like no one else can really do it. When he does that, it gives you this sense of sort of attitude, but it's still really laid back. It's sort of hard to explain, but he's sort of just spitting his shit in a very interesting way that, like I said, not a lot of people can pull off, but it just seems to work for some reason. Beat selection so far has been really dope, been very different, been very Kodak-esque, I'd say, but I'm really enjoying this so far, man. That was dope. Right, track 4, Spain, featuring Tory Lanez and Jackboy. We've been checking out some Tory Lanez on the channel recently. Pretty fucking big fan. I'm not a clue who I don't have a clue who Jackboy is. I know Jackboy's Travis's little thing, but I don't know about Jackboy. But fuck it, we're gonna check it out, man. I'm gassed. Tory and Kodak on the track. Let's get it.
Hey, all my niggas Z gang. A nigga fucking with mama up that flame. I'm dying about this money and these chains.
Well, this beat's about to go off.
I'm fucking with Lil' Charlie, she come from Spain. Hey, all my niggas is Z gang. A nigga fucking with mama up that frame.
None of the beats are like too hard. There's just something about them. They're like subtly hard, if you know what I mean.
I'm fucking with Lil' Charlie, she come from Spain. She love
is that a guitar in the back?
I be talking slang. I'm popping the rhythm, Charlie love my dialect. And I'm dying about these
mean guitar, bro.
I got tired of vibing when niggas don't get no check. Hey, I pull up on you niggas, bop. And I'm well connected, nigga, hot spot. I'm fucking with Lil' Charlie, she come from Spain.
First I hop in the scat, big Glock, none in my back. Shit go Glock, go tat. We ain't got time for no back.
Okay, Tory.
Say a nigga too comfortable playing that drum. I play with that 9 and stay in my hand. I get in a tussle, I pray don't jump. I fuck for A on the PM. 36mm watch, we don't do though. Hot out the dealer, then I popped out a two-though. Plus paint hot bitch, thought like a nouveau.
Flows crazy.
Louis V mask, got an E-top.
I'm enjoying this, man. I'm enjoying this. It's a bit different. It's definitely more laid back. Like I said about the beats, so far, like, none of them are hitting like mad. Like, I mean, they're hitting, but as in, none of them are particularly hard. They're just like subtly hitting. It's sort of hard to explain. Like, they're chilled out, but they also do go crazy. Fuck with Tory's verse, man. He flows over anything. I just like, extremely underrated dude, bro. Extremely underrated. I can't fucking speak today. I think I said underrated. Mad underrated guy, man. His flow, crazy. His bars as well. Some of those rhyme schemes in there were fucking crazy, man. Crazy. Tory killed that.
I'm in the cut trying to live it up. I don't give no fuck about that fame. Was on the block trying to climb to the top. Out here selling crack rocks. You nigga in the house all day, probably playing on TikTok.
It sounds like a baby Kodak.
I got beer rocks on my watch. I done stand in my Glock, tryna run down on the op. Yeah, pussy nigga try to go against me, he gon' lose.
Okay, that was track 4, Spain, featuring Tory Lanez and Jackboy. I enjoyed that, man. I enjoyed that. I'm not gonna say I enjoyed it as much as the first 3, honestly. I thought it was dope. Just didn't hit quite the same, but I did enjoy the features. Jackboy did just sound like a smaller version of Kodak. You can give me some more context if that's disrespectful. I apologise, but I don't know. Yeah, it just probably from the same place where he's like Kodak, one of Kodak's prodigies or something. I'm not entirely sure. And then Tory Lanez, dope, man. Dope. Great to hear him on a track with Kodak. Actually, to be fair, haven't heard him too many features, to be honest. And yeah, like I said, underrated, bro. Underrated. Right, track 5, The Fire. Let's jump straight into it, man. If you're gonna call a track The Fire, it better be fire, bro. I have no doubt. There's a lot of weird mouth noises.
I don't need nobody saying I want to change on them. You don't know what real me, you all the pain I hold in. You acting like I didn't love you better than them.
Okay.
You acting like I didn't treat you better.
Beat goes crazy.
I put double G's on your sweater. what I did for nobody. What I put on wings on your jeans like you flying. Real cup with me and I ain't switch up on you either.
I love this beat, bro. It's just so like angelic and graceful in the back. And then it's like cuts through with these drums. Kodak's riding over it. Okay, that was track 5, The Fire. Bro, I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that a lot. That beat was right up my alley. Like I mentioned, this really sort of angelic sound, sort of sample in the back, which just felt so like, just so not really Kodak, but then just running over it with these like quite hard drums. And Kodak, man, just he's been extremely sort of graceful over this project, which is a weird word that you wouldn't necessarily put with Kodak. But then again, he has had a lot of tracks like this in the past. But it's sounding great, man. It's sounding great. It's not necessarily the bag I was expecting, but I'm really fucking with it. I enjoy this bag from him. Big fan, man. So far, 5 really solid tracks, bro. Okay, track 6, Pimpin' Ain't Easy. I've already heard this. I think this came out like a year ago or something, but can do the usual shit. We're just going to sit down, jam out to it. I'll cut it relatively short. I'm sorry I don't have a reaction to this. I didn't even exist as a YouTube channel when this came out, so bear with me. I love these introductions he does. Just gets you gassed by just talking shit before it goes down.
Hey, I be pulling out scraps when he fuck niggas. I go young and May on these dumb bitches. Like a dyke, man, you niggas can't fuck with me. If a nigga say it's up, then it's stuck with me. What's the principle? Pimpin' ain't easy. I been out 6 months, made 4 million. Sliding in a 6'4" window 10. Nigga had to get low, them boys start hitting. Fuck around, hit a low hole with no jamming. You kill a street nigga, get a dime.
This is sick.
You kill a rap nigga, get a dub. Big chain on my neck, don't budge. Fucking days loaf like a stud. I swapped out the mic for the gun, swapped out the yike for the mud, swapped out the spice for the bud. Fucking on the dyke, I'm a love. I'm fucking with a dyke, she the one. Kodak don't show no
talented guy. His writing is hard.
Kodak on tour with his boys.
Okay, that was track 6, Pimpin' Ain't Easy. I'm going to cut that relatively short. What a track that is, man. I really enjoyed that when that first came out. There's just something about that, man. It's the vibe. It's sort of like, again, like I mentioned before, it's sort of subtly aggressive, you know. He's just talking his shit, but just that bit where he just like starts talking and just starts doing those like double rhymes, crazy, man, crazy. The wordplay is mad. I really fuck with that track, Okay, track 7, I Knew It, featuring Gucci Mane and CBE. Always gas for a Gucci feature. Don't know who CBE is either. Again, let me know in the context, fucking hell. Let me know in the comments below who CBE is. Let's check it out, man. I'm struggling to speak today for some weird ass reason.
I knew it right away. I was gonna be yours, you gonna be bae. Ever since we fell in love, ever since you gave me the time of day, I switched my whole setup. I'm keeping it real, ain't trying to play. You know I'm fucked up about you. Everything you do, everything you say, I'm on another time. Patience with my hold me now, I'm on another time. I wanna be yours, you gotta be mine. I'm going through a lot. Be patient with me, hold me down.
Back in his personal vibe, man. Free Kodak, man.
They say I changed my ways. I give a fuck what people say. I'm trying to feel the same. They got so rich, I play it safe. I'm on a paper chase. I did the time you switched on me and helped them build a case. I got a pass, I know it's bad and it can't be erased. Mistake after mistake, like I can't catch a break. Hey, Shawty say she was gonna ride for me. When that time came, she didn't ride for me. Hey, but I'll say he was gonna slide for me.
Beat goes crazy, man. They're all spaz on this.
Rippin' and run it, road run it, big burn over here. Rippin' and run it, road run it, big burn over here. Shit, the girls for the both of us.
Okay, that was track 7, I Knew It, featuring Gucci Mane and CBE. I enjoyed that, man. I enjoyed that. A bit of a switch up. Production was crazy. I love the tempo of it, bro. The way Gucci came in on that as well, and Kodak. All 3 of them snapped on that, to be honest with you. Big fan. Production was really cool. They should just be talking about girls and just how they're holding them down, especially Gucci. Just speaking about his partner. I don't know whether it's his wife, I'm not entirely sure, but he's discussed his partner in many a song about how she sort of held him down when he was in prison, etc, etc. And Kodak was on a similar sort of bag. Don't think he's in a similar situation, but yeah, man, I enjoyed that. Nice little inclusion from Gucci. I probably preferred that to the other track that had Tory Lanez and Jack Boy on it, to be honest. I feel like the features were a bit more effective on that one, honestly, and maybe more something to do with how different the beat was. It's a bit more up my street, if you know what I mean. Track 8, Feeling Myself Today. Let's jump straight into it.
Earl on the beat, Earl on the beat, Earl on the beat.
You know it's gonna snap already. We in some video game?
I don't know if you see it or not, but I'm feeling myself today. I ain't even think about you right now, cause I'm feeling myself today.
Bro, the beat selection is crazy, this project.
I just bought another spot, now I'm feeling myself today. Now I'm feeling myself
bop to it, man.
I'm feeling myself today. Made a movie on the spot. Now they feeling some type of way. And just in case you wanna know, I do booty every day. That's in case you wanna know. I'm still thugging.
Straight in the playlist.
Sent my little nigga up top, and he brought me back a lot.
Beat is crazy. Loving it, man. It's just got a fucking move to it, bro. It's positive too. Feels it. It is, I'm feeling myself today. It's a positive vibe, I'm fucking with it, man. Kodak bringing those vibes, man. Woo. Okay, track 8, Feeling Myself Today. Probably one of my favourites so far. There's just something about it. I thought the production was crazy. I just enjoyed the positive vibe, man. I love the different sprinkles of different sort of emotions, different vibes throughout this album. There are some quite, you know, up close and personal about some of the shit that's going on in his head, some of the shit that's happening. Then there are some tracks that are just sort of flexing. That track just felt like a positive vibe. I'm feeling myself today. I feel like everyone can feel like that every once in a while. I thought the production went really well with it as well. Just projected a positive track that was also hard at the same time, bro. I messed with that. Really, really messed with that one, man. Right, track 9, Serene. Let's jump straight into it. Okay.
I've been trying to be more serene. I've been trying to let go of the mean. Every day I'm pouring it in. I've been thinking this hard for me. I've been trying to be more serene. I've been trying to let go of the means. Every day I'm pouring it in.
What is that noise?
I've been thinking this hard for me.
Sounds like a puppy, like,
I've been trying to keep
yelping.
everything going steady. Oh, I just wanna be
What
free,
is
I
that?
wanna be loved with. All I talk is real shit, that session it. Round, we flipping late. Won't care about anything. We just let the semen spray. Police, they don't want me on the streets. They
Like,
mad, I'm
hard,
getting
bro.
stupid. I'm a danger
Slow,
to
too, like, it's
society.
very
I'm a
heavy.
sniper, dude. I've been
A lot
trying
of
to be
time.
cool, get me a field, and I'ma go back to school. I be stepping on
Classic
these
Kodak
fools, get me
flow.
confused with all these rappers, dude. Peanut butter, you know I'm getting that bread. I make
Hey.
the soda be red. Young nigga toting that leg. And I'm still dodging the fed. They know about me, I'm a step. I can't be falling for that. I can't be running around here getting snapped. How to follow me, I'm on sight. Rockin' Da Vinci, I'm rockin' them right. Rocks on my pinky, these BB so right. I wanna be free, I just wanna be great. Even your mama and daddy gon' hate.
Okay, track 9, Serene. I enjoyed that, man. Probably not as much as some of the other ones, but overall I fucked with it. The one main thing I took is all my cars are peanut butter. I get bread. Mess with that line, Kodak. Mess with that line. No, I enjoyed that though. I did enjoy that. The slow build up with a very odd sample that I wasn't sure what it was, and then it came in, man. Really spaced out beat that sort of gave a lot of room for Kodak to sort of go off and to keep this relatively difficult flow that he seems to adopt, where it is quite slow, and sometimes I feel like certain people would find it difficult to stay on beat. But you know, even though you'd think slower would be the easier, but nah, because it can sound weird. But Kodak seems to have that in the bag, that technique. But I enjoyed that, just not as much as some of the other ones, but still really solid, man. This has been a really solid project so far. Don't know if it's just the novelty of listening to Kodak for the first time in a while, or this is actually really good, because I personally think this is really good. You guys can let me know. I'm intrigued to know what you guys think of this project. Please do let me know in the comments below. But so far, this has been really good, man. The next 2 tracks are dope. It's gonna be a bit mad. It's gonna be a bit mad. Okay, just as I said that, track 10, Make a Hit, featuring Lil Yachty. I've mentioned my thoughts about Lil Yachty before. I think there's potential there, but some of his music's been fucking trash, to be honest with you. Especially his most recent project. Absolutely awful. But on some features I've heard, on the Joji album and on a few other things, he's been alright. So, I've got high hopes. If he ruins this album, I'll be blown away, but I doubt it. But let's jump straight into it, man. I'm interested to know what bag Yachty's going to be on in this.
Call the label, tell them that I need to make more than this. I've been making hits my whole life, man, I made so much hits. I'm thankful though, I'm grateful for this. Yeah, that's why she'll get on her knees, she'll pray for that. Yeah.
Just enjoying the atmosphere that's been created on this project. It's crazy, every track.
Turn in your place, get in that nigga's face like it ain't his. It's a blessing in disguise that my niggas in the pen. I got too much money. Who won't hate on this?
The beats, bro. Who's producing these? Someone let me know in the comments below, please. It's again, it's like the previous track that I'm not going to remember off the top of my head now. I'll go back afterwards. But it's this weird production where there's this really like serene, no pun intended, of the last track, very serene, angelic sort of sample and really nice sound in the back. Then it sort of completely cut through with such a contrast of these heavy drums, and it's really, really interesting, but it sounds fantastic. And then he just rides over it. It's almost like he's half and half as well. Like he does have this sort of angelic way to him, but then he's also spitting some real shit as well. It's really dope. It's really dope, and it's sort of been coursing through the whole project, and I've really fucked with it so far, man.
She want a nigga to herself.
Okay.
She want a young nigga to help expand her wealth. I'm treating little baby like top shelf. Diving inside of that pussy, feeling like Michael Phelps. How you fit up in on jeans,
the cadence.
How I stay your heart like this, I'm doing magic. That's how they gon' hold me down through the madness.
Okay, track 10, make a hit. I enjoyed that, to be honest. Yachty actually was good. He was decent on that. He was in his sort of weird low voice bag that he's been in for a little while recently. When you think about him doing One Night and then doing this, it's crazy. But I quite enjoyed that, to be honest. I wasn't sure about diving in the pussy like Michael Phelps. Just such a Yachty bar, but it was cool. I enjoyed it. I think Kodak was dope on that as well. The production, again, is a massive standout. Please, someone give me some context. I'm probably going to go look anyway, but someone just let me know who produced what on this, because crazy, man. Crazy. I'm loving the production. It's so different. It doesn't sound like anyone else, at least on the top of my head. Just fantastic track, to be fair. Was a hit, man. He's made multiple hits. 10 hits so far, bro. Fully, man. Right, track 11, last track of the project. Relatively short and sweet, but I'm quite happy about that because it means that there's no more tracks to really fuck it up. Because so far it's been great. And it's the final track, Dummy Green. Let's jump straight into it, man.
Race is just a rental, I could've bought the shit. Feeling with the lean, I'm sipping codeine, I'm on that coffin shit. Designer gear on me, I'm
That's
fresh
gonna be
to
crazy.
death, I'm
He's
on
setting
my coffin
the
shit.
tone.
Big ol' AP watch on me and shit. Cost your house and shit. Know you niggas don't like to see me right now, thought I wasn't coming out and shit. Too bad I'm free, so now I'm piping down your broad shit. Don't I keep that rod like on Iron Man? Yeah, and I'm
The space is not leaving it.
like
I'm stuck here.
Sticking in, I'm moving tonight. Burning in the loot tonight. Fleeing in the loot tonight. Bitch, I'm fly like crypto tonight. Swifter than a thief in the night.
This is sick. The structuring. Wait, it's come down to this really light.
I sleep with my ice on, so that mean I sleep with the lights on. Welcome to the motherfucking night show. When I was young, my uncle named me Maestro. I caught Kaiser, caught Atlantic. Said this a reminder. So everything that I drop, make sure I go platinum. Shawty said she love my circle.
So I just keep like that drop.
With that pussy ridiculous. Like a saxophone. Sock up Marvin with the toolies in that bitch.
Hey.
Sock up Marvin, got the woolies in that bitch. Got the goons in
The way he's approaching this is just that so relaxed, like he's having fun with it, man.
I ain't playing no games, I swear to God, I pop that man collar like on Alexander Wayne. I pop that man collar like on Bruce Wayne. Mask up, getting all that for these niggas. Yeah, I'm robbing niggas, jacking niggas, I'm Batman to you niggas. Catch me posted on the ugly. Nigga, this ain't the Justice League.
Okay, guys, that was Bill Israel, the full album. Crazy, man. Crazy. Fair play. Round of applause to Kodak Black, bro. I really enjoyed that. Really, really enjoyed that. Like, I'm pleasantly surprised. Like, I knew I'd enjoy it, but I didn't know to what extent. Because I can't remember the last time I ever sat down and actually listened to like a Kodak album in full. And I really enjoyed it, man. So many good standout tracks. Pretty much no lazy tracks on that. The only track that's really standing out to me now that I didn't enjoy as much as the others was the track with Tory Lanez. But just production, absolutely A1. He just sounded just completely, in every single track he just sounded so comfortable and felt so comfortable in every one. Switching up sort of the vibe of every single track practically. There was some personal shit, there was some hype shit. Just very interesting, very, very interesting, and really enjoyed it, man. Kodak is back, bro. That's why I say Kodak is black. Kodak is back, bro. Madness, absolute madness. I'd love to know just a bit more about his situation and what's going on, because this is going to hype people up, man. I really hope this album goes down well, because for me it's definitely gone down well, and I do think it's because it's a good album, not just because it's the novelty of Kodak Black being back on the scene, if you will. I don't know when he's getting out of prison, but really good. So many good tracks. Like, it's hard to pick out that last track. Absolutely ridiculous. The track with Gucci, crazy. Remember the Times and I Want to Live, the first two tracks. They were fantastic, bro. Just really good, really good. Again, really impressed with the production. Love the structuring of the production. It wasn't predictable. It wasn't what you just expect from any other person's project. Like, it was very different. Like I said, a lot of personal a lot of personal lyrics that would go, quite a personal sounding beat, you know? Like there was, like I mentioned, I keep saying it over and over again, but very angelic sort of samples in the background, quite serene, you know, setting a nice tone, and then just these quite hard hitting drums sort of cutting through and creating this really interesting contrast, which again went with his lyrics and the way he was approaching it. Some of the tracks he was on in that bag where he was sort of mumbling and stumbling and like having fun and just not really caring too much, and I think that's why people, I don't know, enjoy it so much, man. He just sounds relaxed, like he's having fun on these tracks as much as sometimes he is talking about some personal stuff. Just really enjoyed it, man. Like, I really enjoyed it. One of the better projects I've reacted to on my channel so far, because there's hardly any misses at all. And that one track with Tory, I'm pretty sure I'll listen to it again and probably really enjoy it. So overall, fantastic, man. Bill Israel, bro, crazy. 10 out of 10, man. Fantastic, absolutely fantastic. Anyway, guys, if you like the video, drop a like. If you enjoy my stuff, point, want to see me again, then please drop a sub. Follow me on Instagram, description below. If you have any requests for any Kodak Black or anyone else, check out the comments below. But for the meantime, guys, I've been Charlie. This has been Bill Israel. Sounds so weird saying that. And I'll see you in the next one.